So here we have the new and refreshed 2025 Hyundai Tucson. Now this one comes in a limited trim level. Phantom Black's the color, and then we have gray leather interior. For the powertrain, we get a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. That's made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. So no changes on the powertrain, but with this just being a slight refresh, the biggest change that you're gonna be able to notice is the front end. And they kind of kept the same design in terms of the LED lights and all that, but just kind of redid it. And I wasn't feeling it at first, but I really like it now. Now the lights don't flash like that. That's just how my camera's picking the LEDs up, but you do get those daytime running lights and headlamps. And then you can see the front parking sensors integrated in the bumper there. But really feeling it after kind of getting a closer look at it. They did a really good job with that, again, refreshing it without, doing too much. And down here we do get these 19-inch alloy wheels, which I really like. Similar designs to pretty much all the Hyundai wheels. Now we get passive keyless entry on the front 2 doors. Now your memory seat buttons are right there. You can set that up. Power mirror controls, power door locks, power windows. You have an electronic rear window lock there. Little storage here. You can put a bottle there. And then your blind spot monitors are in those side mirrors. Now this one does have the Bose sound system, so you have a tweeter here, speaker there, and just speakers throughout. But over here you get to your electronic parking brake, traction control. That's for the lift gate. Hood release is there. There's a look at your pedals. We do get a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel, excuse me. And then here's our power driver seat with 2-way power lumbar support. Now this Tucson in particular has the optional illuminated door sills, which I really like. Just having that there, very pretty, nice and bright as well. But I have that seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. I want to give a big thank you to Hyundai of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this Tucson today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And it's going to be hard to see this window sticker, so I'm going to try and just zoom in there. $40,225 is the sticker price, and then 25 miles per gallon city, 33 highway. But if you're looking to get the best price on a Tucson in your area, just click on that link down below, and I'll go ahead and get the dealers in your area fighting to get you that best price. Just have to take a minute to fill out the information that's required. But your heated seat toggles for the outboard seats right here, and I like that. 3 stages. You have a bottle holder there. The back kick plate right there. And then let's check out this leg room here. So I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, and just really impressive space back here. My knees, I could just feel the hairs barely brushing the back of this seat here, and it's only on this part where it kind of comes out a little bit. So good design in terms of the seat back, and then allowing yourself to have room to have 2 seat back pockets, 1 on each side, that aren't really intruding on your space either. But there's a view of the front from back here. Rear AC vents, 2 USB-C charge ports. The sun's kind of in the way there. Let me see if I can fix that. So you can kind of see it better there. And then your middle seat folds down. Bottle holders are here. And I'll show you how far these seats are, because the adjustability of the rear seat is what really allows you to maximize your space here. But with the panoramic roof, there's a sunshade there. And then grab handle, we can hang a plastic hanger, maybe a couple metal hanger hooks there, and it's pretty sturdy for a uniform or something like that. And I like that we have the LED lights as well in the back. Now just click here to open the fuel cap. Pretty easy to get to. Now as we come around to the back, you do get full LED headlamps and taillights here. And again, that's why they're flashing in the view there. They're not actually flashing in front of me. That's just how the camera's picking them up. But I like, again, having that long light bar, and it's just a slight refresh on this 25 model as opposed to the 24, but very tasteful in my opinion. There's a look underneath the vehicle and the exhaust. So to open the hatch from the back, just click that button, and while that's opening, that's where the parking sensors for the back are integrated. But a look at the cargo space, even with those seats leaned back quite a bit, plenty of space back here. And lift this up, and you have very easy access to your spare tire and then everything you need to change that behind it. 12 volt here. Again, I like having a nice LED light there. Speaker here. And then our top tethers for the car seats are behind the seats themselves. And you can fold these flat from back here, or you can use the latch, and I'll show you how to use the latch here in a minute, the one that's actually on the seat. So as we come around to the rear passenger side, just pull up here, and that's how you fold that flat. Pretty easy to do, a nice swift motion, and then you just kind of pull it back into place. And again, you can have it that far up, or you can have it that far back. So pretty impressive with the space you get. And then your anchors are just back in there if you ever need those for the car seat. And then to our front passenger seat, we do get the power. We don't have the power lumbar here, but no big deal. You still get the power adjustability, which is always nice. And then your glove compartment here. And then a nice storage area there. So coming back around to the front end, we're just gonna take a quick look in the engine bay. And there's that 2.5 liter Smart Stream 4-cylinder. There's a bug over here that I might have to kill because he's freaking antagonizing me on purpose. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn sound. Now over here to the screen, we do get the 12.3 inch navigation screen here. So you can log into your profile there, and then pretty easy to go through all of your options here. You do get wireless CarPlay, and I believe Android Auto. I know for a fact wireless CarPlay because I just tested it out, and for the longest we weren't able to get that except like randomly on the base model or whatever on the, you know, the 23s and 24s. But I can confirm that this 25 Limited does have wireless Apple CarPlay capability, and again, I'm assuming the Android Auto. But you can have your weather apps here and all this if you hook up your XM. The manual's there, and then in your setup here, you can go to your general settings. If you want to change your language, you can do that. And I do like that we get 4 options instead of just 3 like in most vehicles in America. And then you can change your units individually as opposed to just having to go from US to metric. You can change your distance. But let's say you want to keep the temperature units US, and you want to have the fuel economy for whatever reason in the UK gallon, I don't know. But you can do that as you see fit, which is pretty neat. Now there's the navigation screen itself there. Pretty easy to just type in a destination and search and all of that. And then for audio, we do get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth, and again, that wireless CarPlay Android Auto compatibility. Backup cameras there, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. You get the bird's eye view too. And then you also have the front camera there as well. The volume can be adjusted here. You can click that to turn the audio off, so on and so forth. And then you have your shortcuts down here, map, media. Love how Hyundai always keeps the hazards nice and in front of you, right there in the middle, so you're not having to look for them. And then dual zone automatic climate controls, but I do like that we have soft touch, heated cooled seat controls, as well as the heated steering wheel, the fan speed, and the fan direction there. And the animation is really cool as well. If you look closely, it kind of, those blue lights on the outside, I really like that. Now down here, we get a 12 volt USB-C port, 2 USB-C ports, excuse me, and then we can change that from just being used as a charger to the USB if we want to use that CarPlay or Android Auto wired. And then just having the shifter where it is, which I'll show you in a minute, it allows you to have all this space here. So tons of space to put your handbag or whatever. If you want to throw some phones down there or a bag of chips, you can do that. And then you have your wireless charging pad up here, along with the auto hold, the auto stop toggle, the downhill brake control, and then you can pull the camera up on the fly there, as well as the parking sensors here. And if you're drive modes, you just have normal, sport, and my drive. But center console cubby space is here. Excuse me. So I'm gonna slide the sunshade back there. While we're doing that, I'm gonna show you how the shifter works. So you just pull here for reverse, pull there for drive, and then you just kind of tap down for neutral, press P to park right there. And then that is one touch, opens the roof, the sunshade, and all of that. So I really like that. And then I can do the same thing to shut everything back. There's a look at the back seat from up here. I don't know why I'm losing my voice. Now here we do get the light. So I like this because I can actually slide this, but then control the light. So if I don't want to use the light because it's bright out, I can just do that. But if I have it on, I can close it. And when I close it, it turns the light off. But over here, back to the steering wheel, I believe this is the biometric, which is a cool feature they have here to kind of like use the vehicle with your fingerprint. I've never actually used it. I need to make a separate video showing how that can be set up. I just don't want to accidentally like lock somebody out of their new car. But blinkers are here, and we do get the side mirror view as you use the blinkers. Auto off, and then your auto high beams can be toggled there when you're in the auto mode. And then we do get automatic wipers, so one time off, auto, low, high. We can adjust that auto sensitivity there, and then our rear wipers here, and then push back for the rear wiper fluid, pull up for the front wiper fluid. Paddle shifters behind the steering wheel if you want to get that nice sporty drive with an 8-speed. And then smart cruise can be activated there, set the speed, lane centering there, and then the gap adjust for that adaptive cruise can be used there. And then over here we can go through our audio sources, track list, radio station presets, volume, Bluetooth, voice recognition, and then the favorites button here. So we get a favorites button, or a custom button if you will, on the steering wheel, and then we have that one down here as well. But for the gauge cluster, this is what we use, the scroll bar, and then this little page button for. So when applicable, we can use this to scroll through certain options. So we do get tire pressure monitors there, trip meter, so on and so forth. And then the heads up display, there it is. It doesn't flash like it's doing now. Again, that's just how it's picking up the screen there. But push button starts here. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. And I will have a few shorts showing how you can use the remote start park assist as well. So we can use this to get in and out of a spot if we can't get in the actual door in a tight parking spot. But next, let's go ahead and take this new 2025 Hyundai Tucson Limited out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Hyundai Tucson, we get that same Smart Stream 4-cylinder, which actually has pretty good power in my opinion, how you're able to use it, how you're able to get great fuel economy with it, honestly. I mean, you have the higher displacement engine, a traditional 8-speed automatic as opposed to a CVT, and you're still able to get 25 miles per gallon city, 33 highway, which is, again, for something that's this usable, is very impressive. Now, all in all, I do like how they redid the interior in this new Tucson. I like how the screen is placed. I like the new controls. Definitely feeling the steering wheel. And I like that we have the shifter down here, kind of to go with the EVs that have come out. The Ioniq 5 in particular was kind of the first vehicle I saw this in. Just being able to kind of flip the switch there. But then just opening up all the room to have the space right here, and then all of your controls at your fingertips, specifically having your drive mode, being able to just flip the switch there, and your wireless charging pad right there. But overall visibility, very good, as it's been in the Tucson. The hood comes up about half an inch in your line of sight, but then it just slopes down, so very easy to see what's right in front of me. It makes it easier to park close to curbs and things of that nature without hitting them. And then just having the heads up display is nice because when I come to a stop sign, I can see it says, hey, stop sign here, showing me the speed limit, showing me how fast I'm going. And then when I activate the Smart Cruise, it's able to show me when the lane centering's on and when the, you know, what the distance is, the distance gap is for the Smart Cruise. So even though this is not a turbocharged engine, it does such a great job getting up to speed here. So I'm gonna come out of this ramp, give myself a little space, and I'm gonna give it a pull. So super quick, again, for what it is. So I have the lane centering on, I have the adaptive cruise on here. Well, actually, yeah, there's the lane centering there. So decent system, I think, once it actually locks in. For whatever reason, it's not wanting to come on. It might be a setting or whatever, but now the ride quality is pretty good. Oh, I know why. I think it's because I'm in the sport mode. Yeah, that'll cut it on. But ride quality wise, solid 9 out of 10. Doesn't float down the road, but a very smooth ride. And then just being able to drive this thing, what makes it so good is you have a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, but again, with a higher displacement. And with a Smart Stream technology, it doesn't feel like, let's say, the older 4-cylinders that were in a Chevy Equinox or even in the older Tucsons. This feels like it has a lot of pep in its step. And they didn't necessarily need to put a turbo in this engine to make it fuel efficient and capable. But if you're looking for a Tucson in your area, again, click on that link down below. It takes a minute or two to fill out that info, get you going there to get the best price. And if you're in the Middle Tennessee area, just make sure you check out Hyundai of Cool Springs inventory, and I'll leave a link below in the description for their inventory as well. But still a great SUV, and even though I wasn't really feeling the refresh at first, I've come to love it, just everything that they've done here. So with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Hyundai Tucson Limited.